All right, beautiful people. Welcome to our Sunday night. Make sure I got all my controls right. Yep. Welcome to our Sunday night, our $1 billion mission Zoom. This is our faith-based night, and this is where we share eternal truths, eternal principles that we can apply to our lives, so that we can live a more abundant life, a life that overflows into the lives of others. With that being said, let me give it to the lead developer of our $1 billion mission. Get ready to take some copious notes. I'm sure he's going to give us some phenomenal transformational nuggets. Let's give it over to John Austin. Hey, John, how you doing, sir?
Good. Thank you, Professor. Been having a little struggle with my voice, and hopefully it'll hold out. Um, anyway, tonight I'd like to kind of go back to our starting point, the four keys of faith, and how to make a prayer that works. Uh, and by exercising your faith daily, you will discover that whatsoever you ask for in faith, believing you will receive. May not happen overnight, but if you continue in faith, it definitely will. So here are the
John, let me ask you a
steps.
question before you get started, please. Are you going to be doing any screen sharing at all?
No, I don't need the
Okay, all right.
screen.
But you are
Right,
going to talk about the four pillars, correct?
right.
All right, got you. All right, I'll bring that up on screen. Continue.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. So here are the steps of faith that will materialize everything that you ask for. Number one is to fill your heart with gratitude for your problems and speak your gratitude aloud and often. Sometimes I think the where we fail is really to speak our gratitude aloud. Number two, get a clear understanding of what you want and describe it in great detail. Number three, surround yourself with the feeling of already possessing the things that you want. And number four, affirm that they already exist and are already rapidly manifesting before your physical eyes. Number one, key The number one key of faith is gratitude. Gratitude is a contraction of two words, great and attitude. We've all heard that attitude determines altitude, and it does. There's an unseen power in gratitude that empowers faith, much the same as your car is powered by its motor. And the more you practice being grateful, the more you will know this is true. Gratitude is such an important part of faith that there can be no faith without it. The Lord commands us to be grateful in all things. That includes being grateful even for our problems, our sickness, our losses. That too should give us a clue as to how important gratitude is in our daily lives. Furthermore, the Bible tells us that it is impossible to please God without faith. So ask yourself, how often would people exercise faith if they didn't have problems? Likely seldom. God created our mortal experience in such a way that we can't escape problems, and sometimes our problems have to get extremely painful before we come to the realization that we have been operating without faith. Exercising faith is not for God's benefit, but for ours. Once I understood this, I could accept my problems as an opportunity to exercise faith. And one of the things that has helped me through some of the most difficult problems is the scripture which says, all things work for good to those who love the Lord. I've been through some big problems, painful enough that the only way I could find any solace was to repeat over and over again, all things work for good to those who love the Lord. And this verse has helped me through some very difficult times. And it reminds me to look for the good that I know will come each time I have a new problem. In 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18, it says, rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God for you. The second key of faith is vision. The Bible is a treasure map, but the treasures are not in plain sight, and we have to go looking for them. How to develop powerful faith is one of those treasures. The Bible defines faith as the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. The blueprint of a house is evidence of a house you can't yet see. A blueprint then, like a vision, is like a vision of a house that you want to build. The Bible says to write your vision and make it plain, which means you want the doors and windows and everything drawn in their proper place so that when the house is built, there will be no surprises. The Bible also says that without a vision, the people perish, which is to say, without the blueprint, your house will never materialize. So let's relate this to anything you might desire. Let's say you want a new car. You may start by doing some research, you read some reviews about different makes and models. And once you know what you want, you visit the local dealership and choose the color and other features that you want. Then you test drive the car. In all of this exercise, you're bringing all of your senses into play. As you drive the car, you memorize the smell of the leather seats and how they feel. You grip the steering wheel and feel it in your hands. You notice how people look at you as you are driving down the street. You memorize the color of the paint and how the interior looks. You listen to how quiet the engine is and how there is no rattling of loose and worn out parts. All of your senses are stimulated by this experience. Then you hang a big glossy picture of that same car on your refrigerator so that every time you see it, you remember all of the wonderful details, which causes you to imagine seeing your new car sitting in your garage. This is an example of making your vision plain. And the more you stimulate all of your senses, the faster your vision will materialize. So the key is to write your vision and make it plain. Because if you think you can ignore this step, you are sadly mistaken. Make a list of your desires on paper or in your computer and clearly describe the things that you want. And the more clearly you describe them in detail, the quicker they will materialize and the happier you will likely be when you receive them. Many people fail to get what they want because they simply don't have a clear vision of what they want. Key number 3 is surround yourself with the feeling of already having your desire fulfilled. The Bible says that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Is that the message behind Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich? Can we change how our heart thinks and thereby change our circumstances? Let's see if science agrees with the Bible. Quantum physicists tell us that the human heart has an energy field that they've measured out to about 15 to 18 feet from the human body. And when photons of light come into contact with this energy field, they begin to agree with each other and create whatever that heart is feeling. Photons of light are obviously the substance of things hoped for in the Bible's definition of faith, since they make up everything material in our universe. So the idea here is that circumstances and things in your life that you consider your reality were actually created by your heart. So if your thoughts are filled with fear, doubt, lack, that is what you're creating right now, which will be your experience again in days to come. Why is that? Because your thoughts create your emotions, and emotions are energy in motion. The energy that is being emitted from your heart and causing the photons of light that come into contact with those feelings to create more of what you are feeling. If you want abundance, start surrounding yourself with feelings of abundance. In other words, bring your heart into resonance with the things and circumstances that you desire. And the way to do that is to surround yourself with the feeling of already having each item on your list. As I was experimenting with how to do this, I started asking myself, how would I feel if right now I had the thing I desire? Feeling is the secret, and the more you exercise your faith, the stronger the feeling of already having what you desire will become until what you desire can no longer be withheld from you. So now we see that, that science and scripture agree on the idea that our hearts create our physical reality. And if we can change how we think and feel, our outward circumstances will have to follow. For example, if you were diagnosed with cancer, rather than accepting the diagnosis, you start surrounding yourself with the feeling of being cancer free. The cancer will have no choice but to disappear. Start by asking, how would I feel if right now I was cancer free? And when you meditate upon the feeling of being cancer free, uh, eventually the cancer cannot coexist with you. When you truly feel what it is like to have what you want and you continue to maintain that feeling, the day will come when whatever you desire will be manifest. Key number 4 is affirmation. The definition of affirm is to make firm from that which is infirm. Photons of light create everything in our physical universe, but when they're dancing around in random orbit, they have no physical form. Whether we know it or not, we are children of God, and we create things in the same manner that He does. God didn't create the heavens and the earth by random happenstance. He knew exactly what He was creating right down to the last grain of sand on the seashore. The scripture says that God speaks to things that are not as though they are. So, so what did God do after He knew exactly how He wanted the heavens, the earth, the animals, and mankind to be? He spoke them into existence. He said, let there be light. Let there be animals to roam the earth and fish to swim in the sea. So step number 4 is to affirm that the things you desire do in fact exist, but in order for affirmations to work, you need to be in the attitude of gratitude and the feeling of already having the thing you desire. Finally, you need to find affirmations that resonate with you. Even the scripture is filled with affirmations like, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So let's say your desire is to earn a certain amount of money each day, and you've decided that the fastest and easiest way to do that is by referring others to our billion-dollar mission. Faith without works is dead, so you're exercising your faith while actively pursuing ways to meet new people and share your invitation. And while you're doing that, you're saying, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. When you're alone, you say it out loud. When you're around people, you repeat it to yourself. Do you see how saying that could empower your belief in the idea that you will indeed be, earning whatever your desire is? Words have power. I don't profess to understand exactly how it all works, and perhaps I don't need to. I do believe, however, that whatever affirmation I use needs to lift my personal vibrations in addition to whatever creative power the words may have. So anyway, I'm actually running out of voice here, Professor. I think I will turn it over to you.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, rest your voice there. Thank you so much, John, for sharing and reminding us of the 4 pillars of faith: gratitude, great attitude, vision, write the vision, make it plain, feeling, taking time. And I will tell you, Abraham, this is one part of the 4 pillars that I knew nothing about, the power of sitting in the feeling of what it will be like, um, whatever it is that you are looking to manifest, until I met John, until Billion Dollar Mind, our $1 billion mission came to fruition. today I got a phone call, and some of you who have been with us for a while, you heard me, months ago talk about the fact that um, there was a broken relationship that was very important to me with my eldest son, and I didn't know why that was. Let's come back on screen. I didn't know why that was. I just knew that it was, and I started to put into place these four pillars of faith. In my time of meditation, I would meditate upon the restoration of the relationship with my oldest son. My oldest son and I have had a really good relationship, and so I didn't know what took it off kilter. One Sunday evening after we had our OBDM uh, faith-based Zoom. We actually that evening we actually played um, a meditation that John had walked us through a guided meditation. And a couple hours after the Zoom, I got a text message from my son, and he said, "Pop, I'm ready to talk." Again, there was a disjointed something that happened in our relationship, and I didn't know what it was. I had no idea what ought he had against me. So 2 hours after that Zoom, he gives me a text. He calls me Pop. Pop, I'm ready to talk. The next day we talked, and we went several weeks, week after week after week. We had a date, Wednesday nights. We would get uh, on the phone and we talk. We talk for hours. Last weekend, I wasn't here last weekend because last weekend he decided to come see me and to bring his significant other. I'd never met her. I talked to her over the phone, and we actually double dated. All right, we spent some time together and double dated. And today he gives me a call. He wanted to check up on me. My aunt just transitioned, and he just wanted to make sure I was okay, and if there's anything that he could do. And then he was talking about a significant other, and he said, "Pop, that's my wife." Now, I said all that to say this. I wanted a restoration of that relationship. And in my time of meditation, I would visualize the restoration of that relationship. And not long after Billion Dollar Mind, Our Billion Dollar Mission, that relationship began the healing process to the point where my son tells me today, that's my wife. So do not forsake sitting in the feeling of what it will feel like once you have attained, once you've manifested what it is you're looking to manifest. And then number four, affirmations. Now, one of the things, and let me look at our time. I want to be very respectful of your time. Okay, good. One of the things that is important is that we start really working, being very intentional on reprogramming our subconscious programming. So, a very dear buddy of mine, a personal transformation mentor of mine, he was doing a workshop and he brought up an iceberg. And he says, I want you to look at the iceberg, the top of the iceberg, as what you can see as our conscious thoughts. I'm consciously thinking I'm doing a sharing on this Our Billion Dollar Mission Sunday night faith-based Zoom. I'm conscious of that. Okay. And then he said, but look at this iceberg and what do you see more of? What lies beneath, the girth that lies beneath. And he said, this right here is your subconscious or unconscious um, uh, programming. And so when we really think this through, before we were ever able to make our own conscious choices, there had already been so much programming coming from people that we love and coming from great institutions, but a lot of that programming was limiting programming, not good enough. something's wrong with you or us. Um, God is somewhere in the clouds, all right, distant from us. So I believe we've even had a distorted view of God. John talked about how God is a part of us. You know, we're part of God. I believe we're all created in the image of God. But if I only see God as somewhere distant and not playing a part or role, an intimate role in my life, then I'm going to have a distorted view of the divine. Um, and so I believe we've got to be very intentional about what we are taking in. And one of the ways I believe to begin to um, disable the negative programming, the limiting programming, something's wrong with me, or I can't do this, or I haven't achieved that, and guilt and shame, all the negative stuff we want to stay away from. I call it edging God out or ego. We've got to be intentional. If we're going to have true transformation, we have to be intentional about uh, reprogramming. And so, what I wanted to do here, you know, John has talked a lot about meditating. And again, that wasn't something that I did. I heard about it, but that wasn't something I did before our $1 billion mission. This is a daily practice of mine now. Um, what I wanted to do is I wanted to go to one of my mentors from afar, Dr. Dispenza. I love listening to Dr. Dispenza. I listen to hours and hours and hours of his YouTube content. I listen to hours and hours and hours from Wayne Dyer. I love me some Wayne Dyer. I'm I have found love again, but you know, I'm living I'm single. And so at night, I actually go to sleep listening to something that's personally transformative, personally empowering. It may be a Dispenza video. It may be Dr. Dyer, Wayne Dyer. I love his audiobook. So I'll put on an audiobook that maybe is a 6 hour, 7 hour audiobook. And through the night, I'm getting a personal transformative content. I'm sleep. My conscious is sleep, but my subconscious, your subconscious, our is subconscious is they never sleep. So even if you're not at the point, or you know, you've got to, it's got to be dark and quiet for you to go to sleep. Maybe what you start to do is end your day before you go to bed with something that's personally transformative. Okay. Um, I've learned I've stopped watching the news, for instance, before I go to sleep. I don't want the last thing that I'm consciously hearing to be something negative. There's certain shows I won't watch before I go to sleep. I'm not going to watch a suspense or thriller. I don't watch horror anyway, but I'm not going to watch something. You know, I like the show Chicago PD, but I'm not going to watch Chicago PD before I go to sleep. There's somebody did something criminally. You know, someone may get shot. I don't want that to be the last thoughts that I have, conscious thoughts before I go to bed. So I want to just play. Give me a moment. We may not play it all. I think it's about 20 minutes. But I want to play this I am affirmations video. And actually, as I play it, I'm going to come off screen, but as I play it, I'm going to meditate to it. Um, and all I'm simply going to do is I'm going to sit erect. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to focus on two things: my breathing and the actual I am affirmation that Joe Dispenza is sharing. Okay. This is about a 20-minute video. I would encourage you to find a voice or voices that are personally transformative. Maybe it's Tony Robbins. Maybe it's Lisa. I forget Lisa's name. We've shared some of her content from time to time. Lisa, maybe it'll come up to me. Find a voice. Maybe it's John's guided meditation. Okay. Maybe it's a recording of one of our Sunday nights where you are getting powerful, transformative content. And the more we make this a part of our daily living, things will begin to adjust. Things will begin to change. Things will begin to manifest. I noticed, for instance, that when somebody cuts me off, my response is a response, and it's not a reaction. It used to be a reaction. What? I don't give my power away anymore. I'm grateful that when they cut me off, there was no accident. But that has come with being very intentional about personal transformation. All right, so let's go and let's listen to this I am affirmation.
Money flows to me effortlessly and in ever-expanding amounts.
Give me a moment. Let me start at the beginning. All right. So again, I'm going to meditate to this, close my eyes, focus on my breathing, inhaling very slowly. At the top of that inhale, holding it for a few seconds, 3, 4 seconds. Then through my mouth, exhaling very slowly. At the end of that exhale, holding it for a few seconds, 3, 4 seconds. Breathing in very deeply through my nose. All right. And concentrating on nothing but my breath and the I am affirmation. Here we go.
As you prepare to drift into a deep, restful sleep, let your mind open to the infinite possibilities within you. This is a sacred time, a time when your subconscious is most receptive to reprogramming, when your thoughts shape your reality, and when your inner world creates your outer world. These powerful I am affirmations are designed to help you embody abundance, wealth, self-love, joy, gratitude, prosperity, and success. Repeated through the night, these affirmations will create lasting neural pathways, aligning you with the life you desire and deserve. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and as you exhale, feel yourself relaxing into the infinite field of possibility. Allow these words to wash over you, gently reprogramming your subconscious for a brighter, more abundant tomorrow. I am infinite abundance. I am a magnet for wealth and prosperity. I am aligned with the limitless energy of abundance. I am worthy of financial freedom and limitless opportunities. I am surrounded by endless resources and riches. Money flows to me effortlessly and in ever-expanding amounts. I am grateful for the wealth that is already mine. I am the creator of my financial reality. My bank account grows every single day. I am open to receiving all forms of wealth and abundance. Opportunities for financial success are drawn to me like a magnet. I am always in the right place at the right time. I am living a life of financial ease and abundance. Wealth is my birthright, and I claim it now. I am financially free. I am abundant in every aspect of my life. My thoughts are in perfect harmony with abundance. I am worthy of luxurious experiences and financial freedom. I am overflowing with abundance and joy. I am enough just as I am. I am deeply loved and cherished. I am worthy of love, respect, and admiration. I love and accept myself completely. I am a unique and valuable individual. I am proud of who I am and who I am becoming. I honor my feelings and trust my intuition. I am kind, compassionate, and patient with myself. I am confident in my abilities and decisions. I am deserving of all the good things in life. I am radiant, beautiful, and whole. I release all self-doubt and embrace my inner strength. I am free from the need for external validation. I am connected to the infinite love within me. I am at peace with myself and the world around me. I am strong, resilient, and capable of achieving my dreams. I am worthy of living a joyful and abundant life. I am a source of love and light in the world. I am proud of the person I am becoming every day. I am love. I am light. I am whole. I am a magnet for success and prosperity. I am capable of achieving greatness. I am aligned with my highest purpose and potential. I am open to endless opportunities for growth and success. I am worthy of all the achievements I desire. I am confident in my ability to succeed in all that I do. I am surrounded by supportive and inspiring people. I am creating a life of purpose, passion, and prosperity. I am constantly growing and evolving into my best self. I am a natural leader, and success comes easily to me. I am grateful for the opportunities that come my way. I am bold, courageous, and unstoppable in the pursuit of my goals. I am living a life of abundance and achievement. I am attracting success in all areas of my life. I am worthy of recognition, respect, and admiration. I am focused, determined, and driven to succeed. I am grateful for every step of my journey towards success. I am a beacon of inspiration and positivity. I am achieving my goals with grace and ease. I am destined for greatness, and it is already mine. I am the creator of my own happiness. I am filled with joy and gratitude in every moment. I am surrounded by positive energy and uplifting experiences. I am at peace with my past and excited for my future. I am grateful for the beauty and wonder in my life. I am free from worry and embrace the present moment. I am a magnet for joy and positivity. I am radiating happiness and love to everyone around me. I am connected to the infinite source of joy within me. I am grateful for the small and big blessings in my life. I am choosing to see the good in every situation. I am a beacon of light and positivity. I am deserving of a life filled with laughter and happiness. I am at peace with who I am and where I am going. I am excited for all the wonderful moments life has to offer. I am the embodiment of joy, love, and gratitude. I am thankful for every experience that brings me closer to joy. I am blessed with a life of happiness and abundance. I am grateful for the endless possibilities that bring me happiness. I am joy, I am peace, I am love. I am grateful for the abundance in my life. I am thankful for the love and support that surrounds me. I am blessed with endless opportunities to grow and thrive. I am grateful for the health and vitality of my body. I am thankful for the beauty and wonder in every moment. I am blessed with the ability to create the life I desire. I am grateful for the lessons and blessings in my life. I am thankful for the people who bring joy and love into my life. I am surrounded by the energy of gratitude and appreciation. I am grateful for the infinite possibilities that life offers me. I am thankful for the clarity and wisdom that guide my decisions. I am blessed with a heart full of gratitude and love. I am grateful for the abundance that flows to me effortlessly. I am thankful for the opportunities to give and receive love. I am grateful for the peace and serenity within me. I am blessed with a life of joy, success, and gratitude. I am thankful for every moment of growth and self-discovery. I am grateful for the strength and resilience within me. I am thankful for the divine energy that flows through my life. I am gratitude, I am abundance, I am love. As you sleep, your mind is aligning with these powerful truths. Every word you hear becomes a part of your reality. Every affirmation strengthens your connection to abundance, love, success, and joy. Take one final deep breath. Feel the peace within you. Know that as you rest, your subconscious is working to create the life you desire. You are abundant, you are loved, you are limitless. Good night, and wake up tomorrow to a life of infinite possibilities.
So, family, personal transformation is intentional. All right. It's not going to happen by osmosis. Most of us, if not all of us, unfortunately have a lot more negative programming than we had positive programming. And if we're going to manifest, if we're going to manifest those things that we desire, it is very, very important that we take our subconscious programming very, very, very seriously. I ask you to think about this as those affirmations were playing. Did you notice, not from a place of judgment, but did you notice that perhaps your mind went off somewhere else? And perhaps your mind went off into an area of limitation. Um, did any of you, and I'm not asking you to raise your hand, but did any of you, as he was sharing affirmations, did you find yourself maybe feeling that you weren't worthy or that you didn't deserve? See, those are all edging God out emotions and programming. We want to reprogram. Also, did you notice how many times he said, I'm grateful or gratitude, which takes us right back to what John's been sharing with us since the beginning. 4 pillars of faith, gratitude being number 1, vision being number 2, sitting in the feeling of what it would feel like when we obtain what it is that we are looking to manifest, and then affirmations. I would strongly, strongly encourage you over this next week to go get a video. You can type in I am affirmations. You can type in Joe Dispenza, Dispenza, I am affirmations. And I would strongly encourage you to not only listen to some of the affirmations, perhaps in a setting like what we just did, where we, close our eyes and we meditated on those affirmations. But I would, if you don't already have your own I am affirmations written out, go through that, get a pad and a pen, or be on a computer where you can type out some of those affirmations that really resonate with you. And not only then do you have, that video that you can listen to, maybe meditate to, maybe in the morning. There's I am affirmations, for instance, that he has for the morning. I am affirmations for the evening. And it's not just him, you can type in I am affirmations. There's gonna be a lot of videos. There's a I am affirmation video. Sometimes I go to sleep to it because it's it's several hours long, and I go to sleep to it. Just imagine over time, as you begin to reprogram yourself from a subconscious standpoint. So my personal transformation buddy said the decisions. This is when he had the iceberg. He said the decisions and choices that we're making in life, we are not really making. And I was scratching my head. What do you mean? He said the decisions and choices we're making are coming from our subconscious programming. This is why we tend to repeat the same patterns over and over and over, good or bad. It has to do with our subconscious programming. Now, subconscious reprogramming is not something that happens overnight. It takes time. What I want to do, though, is the more I work on my subconscious reprogramming, the more conscious I become, the more self-aware I become when consciously limiting thoughts, edging God out thoughts run through my mind. So I can quickly and more quickly recognize, well, that is not a thought that is going to get me to where I want to be. That is not a thought that's going to manifest what I want to manifest. As a man, as a woman thinks in his or her heart, so are we. So I strongly encourage you to spend some time this week. Go through, go to YouTube, I am affirmations. Go to YouTube, Joe Dispenza, I am affirmations. That's my daughter calling me to tell me to come pick her up. Give me a moment. I'll be on the way in just a few moments, okay? I'm finishing up my Zoom. I'll be on my way. Love you. I'm hanging up because I'm on a Zoom. Love you. Okay. All right. So with that, I hope that you found something between John sharing, between Dr. Dispenza, that was valuable to you. Be mindful on this week, Tuesday and Thursday nights. We'll be coming from a place of BDM travel, an income opportunity, a way for you to save money and make money. So we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday night on the same Zoom, on Thursday night on the same Zoom, and then again on next Sunday for more transformative content. With that being said, John, do you have anything you want to say before we leave? I know your voice was a little challenging there.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for being with us today. And as we go our separate ways, let's let's carry the power of what we've learned into the week ahead. Remember the 4 keys of faith: gratitude, vision, feeling, and affirmation. These aren't just principles, they're tools to unlock the life God has promised you. And may your faith rise to a level where nothing feels impossible, where every need is met and every dream feels closer. Keep your heart open, your words aligned with truth, and your spirit expectant. See y'all next week. God bless.
God bless.